heard before, yet nothing changes. So we must find new ways to speak out. This piece is a collection of messages compiled and written by Amara Thein, but inspired by tweets, posts, shares, and blogs you see everywhere, by women everywhere.
I'm gonna start going home with random drunk guys and steal all their stuff. Everything they own. It won't be my fault though. They were drunk. They should have known better.
I should have known better. She just felt my pockets. Just a light skim of the fingertips, but unmistakable.
In the middle of the subway car?
And the way she looked at me.
You're kidding.
What a jerk. Like I wouldn't notice. What, trying to fish for my wallet?
You know better than to make it that easy.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
I'll get away with it 90% of the time. But when
One brave boy.
takes me to court over it, I'll argue that I wasn't sure if he meant it when he said, "No, don't steal my Audi." I just wasn't sure if he meant it.
I feel so dirty now. I should have been more careful. This isn't your fault.
Of course it is. I shouldn't have been on the subway alone at that hour.
That chick was a creep. Blow it off.
I said, can I please do your Rolex watch?
I said no.
But I just wasn't sure if he meant it.
He was drunk. He brought this on himself.
It was a hot Saturday afternoon, and halfway through my workout, I had a girl come over from across the park and start talking to me. I took my headphones out thinking she was asking me something. Instead, I heard,
Those running shorts look so nice. And all Under Armour guy? Yeah, I bet that was expensive.
when I started to run away, she followed me, and she grabbed my arm and got in my face.
Hey, where are you going? I'm just trying to give you a compliment.
I was walking past the parking garage, made eye contact with the attendant, and gave her a wave. But I kept walking. I was barely past her when I heard. I turned around, and she was looking at me like a piece of meat.
Honey, slow down so I can appreciate the way those rocks look on your backside. Can I just feel the fabric? You wear your money so well.
Nasty woman. Disgusting. How can you say that to me and think it's okay?
Every story sounds the same.
When you stop listening.
And this isn't even the worst of it. What about the nights I'm with my friends and just because I have nice shoes at a bar, it gives anyone the right to hiss, yell, or even grab me
Or my friends.
and still, you ask me for my number?
But we know better. Because we grew up knowing that giving out a fake number.
Is safer than turning a woman down.
Don't you agree that this whole thing could have been avoided if he had just been more responsible?
I stared at her in disbelief for a moment, sick to my stomach.
Like stranger groping me in a crowded train, kind of sick to my stomach.
Just as unable to respond to the stern bile from protest bubbling in my throat, wanting to explain, just so she knows she doesn't need to play devil's advocate.
But why were you drinking with women you don't know?
They bothered me. I was just with my friends.
Where is your self-respect?
Excuse me? I didn't
It's so disgusting how men go out and throw their money around, then get angry when women rob them.
I like this watch, and this shirt flatters me.
Who said you have to get drunk?
We were being safe.
Men like to play the victim.
How dare you?
He was sober enough to make a decision. He was asking for it.
Getting robbed is something I shouldn't have to worry about.
How do you expect women to resist a Rolex watch?
Of course she's going to steal it.
The question is, why did you wear it?
How do we even know if these women actually stole from you?
This is just sexism.
Excuse
man
me,
is
I don't.
Lying. If men don't want to get robbed, how about showing a little self-respect?
Have a little modesty.
Stop wearing fancy brands.
Driving expensive cars.
wait.
Be cautious.
Stop drinking with strange women
And then cry when you get spiked and robbed.
But I knew that any response of mine would be sharp. Car keys between knuckles sharp. And so instead, I did the only responsible thing I could do in that situation. I walked away. But retreating is just an invitation because as I did so, she felt the need to add insult to injury.
Seriously? Just think about it.
Like turning away wasn't enough of an indication that this subject was too painful for me to deal with right now. I wasn't allowed to walk away without your permission.
It's the culture we live in.
Every commercial for men's underwear has sexy music, while the camera zooms in slow motion on their abs as water cascades over them.
Every magazine cover is just men with smoldering looks, showing more skin than clothes. Clothes that cost more than a few months' rent. We have over-glorified fashion shows that are just men in underwear, and restaurants where the servers are men wearing tight tank tops and boxers.
Captain America's uniform needs
think about it?
Like I don't. Like I have the privilege of not thinking about it.
Like I don't think about it.
When I go for a run after work, then instead of using a timer, my personal best is just running faster than anyone who's following me.
Who's your mama?
Ow, ow.
Damn, look at them, Jordan.
Get back over here, jerk.
Why are you offended?
It's just locker room talk.
Like I don't think about it.
When I leave the headphones on my way to pick up milk because I need to hear if anyone's coming up behind me, and it's already hard to make it out over the soundtrack of my someday interrogation.
Don't you know you live in
Why are you on that
town?
street
What
alone
did you
after
think
dark?
was going to happen?
Like I don't think about it.
When I pick an outfit from my closet and look at it like a piece of evidence, if I'm a victim of theft while I'm wearing this tonight, how guilty would it make me? Maybe they should mark it on the tag.
60% cotton, 40% his fault.
Those women probably didn't even mean to steal from you.
See, boys, this is what you get for treating nice girls badly.
They were just having harmless fun.
Well, keep that in mind next time you friend zone somebody.
Like I don't think about it. When my little brother sends me photos that he wants to put on Facebook for my approval, to make sure they're appropriate, to make sure they're safe, to imagine them under a headline about how he got mugged behind a dumpster. Does this profile picture test well with the jury of BuzzFeed commenters? I wonder if they'll use her mugshot or her yearbook photo. I wonder what her swimming times are.
Because when a girl gets rejected and beats and robs a boy, she's met with sympathy.
What about her future? Her career?
I really feel bad for her. Rejection is agony. Her whole life could be ruined. And what were you doing?
Expensive shirt and shoes, I bet.
You had the choice to wear something less costly.
Don't ask me what I was wearing. That's not the question.
Why don't you ask them what they were wearing when they robbed me? To tell us that by wearing expensive clothes, we deserve to be robbed, you are saying that a man is inherently deserving of theft.
As millions of men know all too well, no one ever avoided theft by wearing a cheaper shirt. Am I supposed to stop going to the park?
I have no choice when I see you dressed like that.
Am I not supposed to shop downtown in broad daylight?
You should have caught a cab.
Am I not supposed to ride the subway on a Wednesday night?
Why didn't you run?
Am I not supposed to go to the gym?
You shouldn't have gone alone.
I am careful.
Why did you scream?
I am careful. I don't go to dangerous places alone. I don't run in dangerous areas by myself. I carry keys on me and pepper spray to put my mom's mind at ease. But that's not the point. We shouldn't have to tell each other not to get robbed. To avoid women's eyes. Ignore their honks as they drive by. Ignore their calls.
Ropes,
Compliments.
whistles,
We should tell our
daughters, sisters, mothers,
not to rob and be civilized. Because when a woman says no,
That's the end of the discussion.
but when a man says no, it's the beginning of a negotiation.
Well, if this theft is so serious, why didn't you report it?
We all know how that goes.
Hello, I'd like to report a mugging.
A mugging, eh? Where did it take place?
I was walking by 21st and Franklin Street, and a woman pulled out a gun and said,
Give me all your money.
And did you?
Yes, I cooperated.
So you willingly gave the woman your money without fighting back, calling for help, or trying to escape?
I was scared. I thought she was going to kill me.
But you cooperated with her. And I've been informed you're quite a philanthropist, too.
Yes, I give to charity.
So you like to give your money away. You make a habit of giving your money away.
What does that have to do with the situation?
You knowingly walked down Franklin Street in your nice suit when everyone knows you like to give money away, and then you didn't fight back. It sounds like you gave money to someone, but now you're having after donation regret.
But wait a
Tell
minute,
me,
I don't think
do you
that-
really want to ruin her life because of your mistake?
What do we deserve? I deserve to be treated like a human, not just a man, because that means something different these days. And us men, what do we deserve?
We deserve not to feel silenced by your yells.
We deserve to feel empowered for bettering ourselves.
We deserve to feel rich in our own skin without feeling like we're here to bait you.
We deserve to speak out without the threat of you lingering on our minds. We deserve to run outside.
We deserve to be judged on our merits, not our outfits.
We deserve more, a whole lot more. Just think about it.
Just think about it.
Like I don't think about it when girls,
Boys.
like you say things like, don't you also agree that this whole thing could have been avoided if she had just been more responsible. Responsible! Like I don't constantly think about how I live in a world where men
Women,
are held responsible for the actions of women.
men.
Like I didn't learn that in middle school when boys
When girls
were sent home for wearing shorts too expensive, too flashy.
too short, too revealing.
Like it wasn't made clear every time they called us sons,
Daughters,
brothers,
sisters,
fathers.
mothers,
That we only exist in relation to women.
Men.
That we are merely extensions of them. So of course,
Naturally.
we should be more responsible so as not to let them rob us
And ruin their own lives.
with the same fingers they once used to count the money in our wallets.
To measure the length of our shorts.
Like I don't think about it. Like I can choose not to think about it.
We need to make sure that we're being perfectly clear.
No means no clear.
Stealing without consent is not a joke, it's a felony clear.
An intoxicated person cannot consent clear.
Guilty on 3 counts of theft clear.
I'm sorry, are we not being clear?
This is all a part of our society.
The outrage will continue until they can wear whatever they want and not be called out for it.
Until we can trust our drink to someone at a party when we need to use the bathroom.
Until they can walk alone on dark streets without being catcalled.
Until we can wear heels without being asked who we're trying to impress.
Until their voices speak louder than their outfits.
Until we're not expected to carry pepper spray on our keychains. Until stop
Means no.
Turning away,
Means no.
I don't want to.
Means no.
Until leave me alone, pushing you away,
Means no.
Until passing out.
Means no.
until drunk, drugged,
Means no. Until no really means no. Until rape means crime. Until woman means human. I'm gonna start going home with random drunk girls and take everything from them. Everything they value.
everything we value.
It won't be my fault though. They were drunk. They should have known better.
We should have known better.
I'll get away with it 90% of the time, but when one brave girl takes me to court over it, I'll argue that I wasn't sure if she meant it when she said no. I just wasn't sure if she meant it. I said, can I please take you home with me? No. But I just wasn't sure if she meant it. She was drunk. She brought this on herself. You should have seen how she was dressed at the club. Short dress, tall shoes. What kind of message is she sending with that? I thought she wanted me to sleep with her. She was asking for it.
I was asking for it.
When she said no to me having her, I just didn't know if she meant it.
If I meant it.
No isn't objective enough. It could mean anything.